Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Noid, a legendary mascot villain making his way back to Domino's.
Look, it's a Noid! Avoid the Noid! He ruins pizzas!
The question is, why is this mischievous rabbit-like character back? Is there something that Domino's might be hiding yet again? From past scandals to driverless cars, we'll connect the dots and present in front of you a shocking theory. So stick with us as we unravel a roller coaster of revelations. The Noid was one of the most bafflingly successful corporate mascots in history. Present in a pot-bellied, skin-tight rabbit costume, his appearance was like a hamburglar, dedicated to stalling pizza deliveries. So why did the mascot die, and fast forward today? Why has he made a comeback? That is what we're after. The 1980s were accustomed to the competitive pizza industry in the US, with pizza dominating the industry. Domino's, its rival, devised a scheme of delivering pizza to the consumer in 30 minutes or less. Delivering pizza was a big deal back then, and that too in 30 minutes was an ingenious ploy to topple the rival. The strategy worked, and the sales skyrocketed. Thanks to this ploy, Domino's began solidifying its status and slowly crept close to Pizza Hut. They went far enough to offer a free pizza if the delivery got late by 30 minutes. But there arrived a series of events with considerable magnitude. By 1989, more than 20 people had died in crashes involving Domino's drivers. Many lawsuits were filed against the business, which said drivers had been careless in following the 30-minute pledge. Incidents started happening with Domino's drivers skipping red lights. Not only that, but because of how well the 30-minute delivery guarantee worked, several customers tried to manipulate the process. They would switch off their porch lights and hold off answering the door until the pizza was late. You see, Noid wasn't born out of thin air. We must know that these Domino's past missteps, which triggered his birth. The Noid was an oddly strange character, yet he was well-liked enough in the 1980s to dominate a line of toys and earn solely featuring in not one, but two unique video games. The legendary clay animator Will Vinton developed the character, and he described the intended Noid to be the physical explanation of all the challenges inherent in getting a pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less. The initial commercials debuted in 1986 and showed the Noid attempting to delay the pizza delivery using several poorly thought-out jokes. Inexplicably, the ads were a huge hit and launched Domino's into a pizza war with Pizza Hut. The Noid became well known, but again, tragedy struck. Soon, the business was about to experience the worst mascot PR catastrophe in history. In a distressing event, 2 Domino's pizza employees were taken hostage in Georgia by 22-year-old Kenneth Lamar Noid. He thought the company's advertising campaign, which featured the Noid, was directed at him specifically. Noid was accused of several crimes, but was declared innocent due to insanity. Sadly, he later committed suicide. This particular incident prompted Domino's to stop using the Noid character in their advertising. The first Noid debuted during the heyday of arcade gaming and the early console mania, and was marketed around video games. In the end, 2 video games featuring the character were created, Yo Noid and Avoid the Noid. The evil mascot then became a distant memory, although he briefly appeared in a Facebook game in 2011 before disappearing again. And now, the bunny-eared evil icon is resurrected once more. Domino's now uses an ongoing customer nostalgia for 80s pop culture by resurrecting the Noid. The mascot's goal has changed with the Avoid the Noid campaign. It is now utilized to consider recent innovations, such as mobile gaming and autonomous delivery, which are particular to those years. The character has also been given a digital makeover. What is Domino's point of view on resurrecting the controversial figure? They state that given the coronavirus outbreak, there was an increased demand for contactless solutions. They took a chance on autonomous delivery, taking off significantly. The pizza chain started a self-driving experiment in Houston. Customers in specific neighborhoods could select to have their pizza delivered by unmanned vehicles while placing an online order. Doesn't explain the reason why Noid was brought back, right? Then let's discuss the wild ride of possibilities. Some believe Noid's return is a brilliant trick to draw attention away from more important matters. Domino's might be exploiting the Noid's antics as a smokescreen for a questionable business decision or a terrible secret. Is there something they don't want us to see? The business might hide more severe problems that could hurt its reputation or financial line by drawing the public's attention to the quirky and sentimental mascot. It begs the issue of what they might be trying to conceal and whether Noid's return is a calculated attempt to deflect attention from them. The reason to believe this also holds weight. The evil mascot was born to pinpoint the defects and highlight the complications back in the 80s. Or could Domino's testing of driverless cars have something to do with the Noid's reappearance? According to some theories, Domino's is getting ready for possible mishaps and public outrage. They intend to divert attention and minimize bad press by concentrating on the Noid. This makes added sense as well. Domino's choice to restart the Noid coincides with its experimentation with driverless vehicles. Due to this new technology's safety and job displacement concerns, Domino's might be utilizing the Noid as a diversion or scapegoat. The company can blame Noid's antics rather than admitting that its driverless technology has flaws if accidents or unpleasant situations involving its autonomous vehicles happen. This idea draws attention to the possibilities for deception and perception management. It seems that every time the company moves south, Noid is brought up as a scapegoat. The same was the case in 2008 when customers started facing issues regarding late orders and taste. Domino's introduced an innovative online order tracker. This technology allowed customers to follow their pizza's journey from preparation to delivery in real time. The transparency offered by the online order tracker aimed to improve customer satisfaction and build trust. The point of concern being Noid was brought back for a short time, coinciding with this tracker. Doesn't that sound familiar, guys? So it's evident that some sinister stuff would be cooking right now as well. However, it can also be a redeeming strategy. Noid has been famous but highly controversial, so it adds ingenuity to the case if the company wants to redeem itself. A calculated image makeover, maybe. It is a fact that Domino's always wants to change people's opinions by showing that they are willing to admit when they are wrong and that they are transparent. The deliberate rebranding plan could be an effort to guide development, humility, and dedication to getting better. The Noid's comeback highlights Domino's willingness to accept responsibility for its past mistakes and learn from them. It also serves as a stark reminder of the company's turbulent past. But the resurrection ad itself is controversial. In the ad, Noid is shown blocking the way of driverless cars. Many people on the internet have debated this advertisement. Intriguing possibilities are presented by Noid's inclusion in the ad as a barrier in the way of driverless cars. According to some, this ad serves a purpose beyond just a brilliant marketing tactic. It might be a metaphor for Domino's efforts to keep control and avoid future errors or accidents brought on by their driverless technology. Are they putting up the Noid as a physical barrier to suggest a major flaw? Well, time will tell about that. One thing for certain is that companies usually don't adopt humor as an effective crisis management technique. However, Domino's has a different approach regarding this. They have consistently used humor to divert attention from complex events and win back support from the public. It is impossible to dispute the Noid campaign's success. It became a pop cultural icon with its merchandise and even video games. The Noid's recent reappearance reveals that humor is still a tool Domino uses. They are eager to embrace controversy and utilize humor to dominate that narrative, as evidenced by the ad in which the Noid blocks the driverless cars. We must therefore continue to be critical thinkers even as we appreciate humor's strategic role in crisis management. We ought to think about the underlying causes of such strategies. Do they represent a company's dedication to openness and improvement, or are they only a cover for more significant problems? When examining conspiracy theories, it is essential to keep a skeptical mindset. Even while the rebranding idea offers an appealing narrative, it's crucial to consider other elements that could impact Domino's choice, such as marketing or the desire to bring back a well-known mascot. Whether Noid's comeback is genuinely a strategic image makeover or just nostalgia, it prompts discussion and urges us to consider the reasons behind business decisions. Whether Domino's efforts to control their traumatic past are sincere or part of a bigger strategic purpose is ultimately up to each individual. What are your thoughts on this idea? Do you think the Noid's comeback is a rebranding tactic, or is it just a cheesy marketing tactic? Continue pursuing the mysteries in the comments below.